It is a big slope. It does run away from the clubhouse towards the pitch and then even further down towards the other boundary.
The Irish bowlers are fancying their chances on this wicket.
Maiden for Hume, his first over, 2 gone, 3 without loss.
ওয়াও পার্লারে গিয়েছিলি না তো তাহলে এত গ্লো কিভাবে গ্লো এন্ড লাভলির মাল্টিভিটামিনস ত্বকের গভীরে প্রবেশ করে ডার্ক স্পটস ডার্ক সার্কেলস ও রোদের মলিনতা কমিয়ে দেয় এইচডি গ্লো গ্লো এর জন্য সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে
এগিয়ে যাওয়ার এই জার্নিতে আমরা আছি আপনার সাথে ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের বাংলা লিংক এখন 4 কোটির পরিবার
Shanta got a start in the first ODI, but it's a very powerful batting lineup that Bangladesh have. That's such a good line.
It's the line that you want to bowl consistently. Sure that you get it straight and just pass the bat, that hint of a shape away, batter committed to that shot. Both Liton Dash and Tamim Iqbal have been very circumspect. They haven't really sussed out what the bowlers are trying to do with the hint of a movement, with that little bit of extra bounce that we saw in the previous over. Hasn't been easy going.
And again. And again.
It's just top-class bowling from the Irish. Really impressive. They realize that the conditions overhead and a little bit of moisture, the greenish track, are going to be conducive to their kind of bowling, and they're taking every opportunity to put the batters in trouble.
They'll be feeling very much at home now, wouldn't they? Overcast conditions, the surface that's offering just a little bit. There's some moisture from the rain that's been around the last couple of days. So there's enough nibble here for the seamers to be very interested early on. Know that the white ball doesn't swing for very long. It's not like the old red kookaburra. Nicked it straight to Paul Sterling at first slip. Tamim Iqbal just reaching for that one. And that's the danger against the likes of Adair and Hume, who aren't the quickest in the world. Is you need to let the ball come to you.
Very important point, HD, about the balls getting a little older, and they can just bide their time, realizing there's something off the seam with the proud seam and a little bit of shape with the new ball. You just do not have to be really taking the attack to the bowlers. Just be a little patient. It's a white ball format where you can just hang back and wait for the ball to just try and be more conducive to hitting. And that is what Liton Dash in particular seems to be doing, trying to get behind the line of the ball. There was a maiden. I mean, if it is a 2020 format, a maiden would be something that would put the doubt on the batter's mind, would put the pressure on trying to carry on. But in this format, you have that little bit of a luxury to take your time and be a little more selective with your shot making.
Nice channel. He's bowled a good channel that over. Maiden for Adair, 3 without loss.
এতবার স্কুল আসেনি
রোগ জীবাণু যেভাবে ছড়িয়ে পড়ছে একজনের থেকে অন্যদের কাছে কি করে লড়বে ওরা
রোগ থেকে সুরক্ষিত থাকতে রোগ ছড়ানো ভাইরাসের বিরুদ্ধে লড়তে হবে এজন্যই লাইফ বয় ভাইরাস ফাইটার যা ভাইরাসের বিরুদ্ধে লড়াই করে আপনাকে রাখবে সুরক্ষিত আর সাথে দিবে ফ্রিতে প্রাভা হেলথের ডাক্তারের পরামর্শ শুধু একটি মিসড কল দিন ট্যাগে দেওয়া নম্বরে
So a good start here for Ireland. justifying the decision of the captain to have a bowl first on what he presumed would be seamer-friendly conditions, and he is presumed correct. Quite often in the talk about subcontinent conditions, I'm not referring to these ones, I'm saying more often than not, it actually gets tougher to bat as the innings progresses. The teams like to score quickly inside the first 10 because in these 50-over games and the ball can start to reverse swing, it can actually become tougher to score at the back end. When you get into conditions like South Africa, Ireland, England, Australia, it's tough to score in the first 10 overs, but it actually becomes easier to score at the back end. So this might be a situation here where Bangladesh need to take their medicine inside the first 10. Say, well, if we look after this new ball, the surface is a good one. It's not going to deteriorate. The outfield is nice and lush. The ball's not going to get terribly scuffed up. The chance of it reversing is slim. So we can score quickly in the back end.
That's exactly the point I was also trying to make, is just the conditions. You just adjust, and it's also your approach, your mindset, show your temperament and your skill sets too when the ball's doing a bit in terms of moving in the air or even seaming off the wicket. And that is a good test of what you have, the prowess with the bat, the adjustment to the conditions. And this is terrific. There might have been 2 maiden overs, but I don't think that would be of any concern. And if you're throwing your bat around and lost your wicket, that would be terrible.
Well, the question remains, who blinks first? At the moment, Ireland are hitting a good line, a good length. Both Tamim Iqbal and Litton Das have been happy to be watchful, defend, let the ball come to them. Who makes the first statement?
I think the statement is going to be made anytime the ball is a little loose. Both these batters very strong, powerful with the strikes down the ground. Question of patience for the bowlers too. But now they know that they can use the conditions and they're bowling with them themselves. AJ, you've just said that not the paciest of bowlers, but they're very, very disciplined, very accurate. That is what, as a batter, you've got to concede to them and play accordingly.
Well, you have to be accurate at this sort of pace. Ireland got off to a decent start when they bowled to Bangladesh in that first ODI. They knocked over Tamim Iqbal cheaply. Das and Shanto both got starts, but 3 down pretty early on. And it was quite brilliant from Shakib Al Hassan, and then Tawad Rido in his debut, not his debut international, his debut one-day international. So he had the feeling of what pressure was like at this level. But they played great, both of them. End of the 4th, 5 without loss.
মিস্টার নুডলসের কোরিয়ান সুপার স্পাইসি নুডলসে আছে দারুণ স্বাদ আর চরম ঝাল মিস্টার নুডলস সুপার স্পাইসি সুপার টেস্টি
ফাস্টেস্ট অ্যাবজর্পশন আর ওয়েট লস টেকনোলজির সাথে 12 ঘন্টা নন স্টপ প্রোটেকশন নিয়ে এলো সেনোরা কনফিডেন্স 15টি প্যাড 20 টাকা ছাড়ে এখন মাত্র 130 টাকায়।
A lot has been said about the innings of Shakib and Tawad